More and more people are visiting downtown Kinston these days, so how come?
The beer, of course.
The beer here at Mother Earth Brewing Company. Beer can inspire a lot of things, and it inspired Trent Mooring and his father-in-law Stephen Hill to open their own brewery in their hometown.
What we really want to do as craft brewers, we just want to educate everybody that we can on what great craft beer is.
They started as home brewers.
Home brewing, and we were both really interested in the uniqueness of brewing.
Stephen and Trent started coming up with unique names for the beers they wanted to brew, and then thought, hey, we need to come up with a name for our brewery.
What we did is we sat down over a few beers and went through all my old vinyl.
Mother Earth lives on the ocean. Mother Earth sails on the sea.
An old nitty-gritty dirt band song called Mother Earth inspired them. They picked this old abandoned eyesore of a building for a location.
When the grasslands crave for water.
We picked this building because it was the ugly duckling of the community.
A hodgepodge of connected spaces that used to house a pharmacy, a barbecue joint, and a clothing store. But Stephen and Trent transformed their ugly duckling into a beautiful swan, a green one.
We wanted to be environmentally conscious, and Mother Earth. We wanted to practice what we preach.
They reused bricks and steel. They put solar panels on the roof to power the tap room. The walls are insulated with soybeans and recycled blue jeans. And the tanks and beer cooler are chilled with Freon-free glycol.
And that cooler actually is the first cooler in America that is glycol chilled.
And what it's chilling is the real nitty-gritty. Fine beers crafted by brewmaster Josh Brewer.
I'm the head brewer of Mother Earth Brewing. I usually start...
That's right, his name is Brewer, so I had to ask him if this was his destiny.
I've had that question asked probably 200 times.
And apparently the answer is yes.
It feels right every day.
Mother Earth's 4 core brews include Endless River. It's a German Kolsch-style ale that's the lightest of Mother Earth's beers.
It's the only beer that we filter at the brewery, so it's very clear. Crisp tasting, a little tart in the finish, so it's fairly dry beer.
Weeping Willow is a Belgian wit-style beer described as summertime in a glass.
Wit is very, light and fruity, has a lot of wheat content to it, so it is slightly hazy compared to Kolsch.
Sisters of the Moon is an India pale ale with the full flavor of bitter hops.
Some people drink it and they really, really dislike it, and some people, all they want are a beer that have a lot of hops in it.
Dark Cloud is a Munich-style Dunkel lager, but don't let the color fool you.
It is like slightly dark in color, but it doesn't drink like a porter or a stout, so it's not overly roasty or chocolatey by any means. It's what I call a dark beer that happens to drink like a mild beer.
There are a few other regular brews and some seasonal offerings too. All can be sampled in Mother Earth's laid-back tap room.
We don't have any TVs or anything like that in our chat room. We just have, some pretty chill music and some beers, and we tell people and let them taste out all the different samples that we have and just really educate them on what real beer is supposed to taste like.
It's been an education for Kinston native Jeff Laws, who hasn't had much experience with craft beers.
Getting into it and learning how it's done and everything that goes into it and the thought process, it really brings a different level of enjoyment into it.
Kerry Carter just moved here from Atlanta, where he was a big fan of craft beer.
Knowing that there was this new modern brewery that just opened up was pretty promising.
We also have a Belgian bourbon barrel-aged triple.
From its tap room to its tours, Mother Earth Brewing Company is starting a buzz in downtown Kinston.
I've rambled on long enough. Time to get another beer.
When people come in to tour the facility and have beers in our tap room, then they go to the other local restaurants and have dinner, and it brings people to Kinston as a whole, actually.
And that's a refreshing change for Trent and Stephen's hometown.